name is David Whipple, and I would like to introduce you to the WAP, the Wireless Access Point. The first wireless access point predates Wi-Fi. Proxim Corporation produced the first such devices branded Range LAN 2 in 1994. What is a wireless access point? A wireless access point is a Wi-Fi device used to convert the data from wired Ethernet into wireless signals, letting the devices like computers, tablets, and cell phones be connected to a network through network cables. It helps extend the wireless coverage. What is so good about wireless access points? They're more convenient, secure, and cost-efficient alternatives to using wires and cables to connect every computer or device in your network. Some of the top features include scalability, which is the ability of a computer application or product, hardware or software, to continue to function well when it's changed in size or volume, typically to a larger size or volume, and also has the ability to measure network performance. What else is important to know about wireless access points? They have a high capacity load balancing. Access points can be placed indoors or outdoors, and the wireless signal has radio frequency bands. They have single band and dual band. Other factors for WAP. Well, you have speed. It is faster than wired, with the options for more speediness coinciding with the cost. And then there's the power supply. The power supply is from a PoE, Power over Ethernet. This allows a single cable to provide both a data connection and enough electricity to power the device. My name is David Whipple, and I would like to introduce you to two Linux commands, chown and change. First, we will start with the chown command. The CH for change and OWN for ownership. The chown command allows you to change the user ownership of a file, directory, or link. Tux the Penguin says to use chown, you must be in Linux, have access to a terminal/command link, and be a user with sudo privileges. Here are some basic segments from the help file for chown. Here are some of the different ways you can change ownership of a file, from a test sample to ownership of multiple files and more. Hope I gave you a basic understanding of the chown command. The next command is also about changing things, is change. No, not the Japanese musician and radio personality, but CHAGE, which split up stands for change age, and is used in all aspects of password details. Here are some things you can change. Here are some other things you can do using the command of change, from notifying users about their passwords to even locking users' accounts in Linux. Hello, my name is David Whipple, and I would like to introduce you to the Amazon Web Services serverless cloud computing compute container host, Fargate. Not to be confused with the movie Stargate or a shopping area in Sheffield, England, AWS Fargate is a serverless compute engine for containers. It works with both Amazon ECS, Elastic Container Service, and Amazon EKS, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service. Unlike Amazon ECS and EKS, which are both container orchestration services, Fargate is a container hosting platform. When using Fargate, you don't need to provision or manage servers. AWS Fargate manages your server infrastructure for you. You can focus more on innovating and developing your applications, and you only pay for the resources that are required to run your containers. Fargate's an easy way to deploy your containers. To put it simply, Fargate is like the Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2, but instead of giving you a virtual machine, you get a container. It's a compute engine that allows you to use containers as a fundamental compute primitive data type without having to manage the underlying instances. All you need to do is build your container image, specify the CPU and memory requirements, define your networking and AWS identity access management policies, and launch. Here's a little history. Amazon began as an online bookstore in 1995. Amazon Web Services began providing on-demand cloud computing platforms and APIs, application program interfaces, in 2006. You can see in the picture on the top right how online containerization was done pre-Fargate. But in 2017, along with Amazon Glue and Amazon Aurora, AWS released Fargate and changed how deployment and management of compute containerization could be done. Here is an easier to read example of the difference between no Fargate and having Fargate. With Fargate, you can deploy and manage your applications, not infrastructure. With Fargate, you will be able to remove the operational overhead to scale, patch, help secure, and manage servers. And as like Liberty Bibbity, where you only pay for what you need, here you only pay for the compute resources used with no upfront expenses. Hello, my name is David Whipple, and I would like to introduce you to the AWS S3 Glacier storage system. It was in March 2006 that the Amazon Web Service was launched by releasing the Simple Storage Service, S3. Amazon S3 is storage for the internet. It is a simple web service that you can use to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. Data is stored as objects within resources called buckets. Some of the frequent and infrequently accessed data storage classes include S3 Standard and S3 Intelligence Tiering. In August of 2012, Amazon launched Amazon Glacier, an online file storage web service that provides storage for data archiving and backup. S3 Glacier has 3 storage classes for archived data. All 3 are purpose-built for data archiving, providing you with the highest performance, most retrieval flexibility, and the lowest cost archive storage in the cloud. These 3 types are optimized with different access patterns and storage durations. The S3 Glacier storage classes provide virtually unlimited scalability and are designed for 99.99911 of data durability. S3 Glacier provides a management console. There are 4 main benefits of using Amazon Glacier. As your ice buckets, it has comprehensive and compliance capabilities, offers mostly quickly retrievals, great durability and scalability, and Amazon Glacier is economical. As I mentioned, there are 3 classes of S3 Glacier: Glacier Instance Retrieval, Glacier Flexible Retrieval, and Glacier Deep Archive. With Glacier Instance Retrieval, you get low-cost storage designed for data archiving where you can retrieve objects in milliseconds, best for if you require retrieval at any time. For Glacier Flexible Retrieval, you get a lower-cost object storage class where your configurable retrieval time is from minutes to hours, could take up to 12 hours. For Glacier Deep Archive, you have the lowest cost object storage class, but like thawing out a deep freeze, your retrieval time can take from 12 to 48 hours. All of these are low-cost storage that allow you to optimize your storage costs. Best for rarely accessed data, the Glaciers are secure and highly durable options for long-term digital preservation. Using these buckets/vaults can come in very handy for your archives like photos, videos, and documents. With unique IDs, Glacier provides unlimited scale, the highest standards and data durability of 11 nines. These are especially recommended if you have data that you want to hold on to, but only access about 1 or 2 times a year. Thank you. All right. Hello, my name is David Whipple, and I would like to introduce you to a security service of the Amazon Web Service. But to let you know which service that is, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, which AWS service provides intelligent threat detection and continuous monitoring for AWS accounts and workloads? And number 2, which AWS service is used to detect and respond to security incidents in your AWS environment. I couldn't hear you because you're all muted, but I'm sure at least one person said out loud, Guard Duty. Amazon Guard Duty is a regional-based threat detection service that provides intelligent threat detection for your AWS infrastructure and resources. It identifies threats by continuously monitoring the network environment for malicious activities and access behavior. When you enable Guard Duty, it begins monitoring your network and accounts activity. The service immediately starts analyzing events from AWS CloudTrail, Amazon Virtual Private Cloud Flow Logs, DNS logs, Amazon Simple Storage Service events, and Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service audit logs. You do not have to deploy or manage any additional security software. Guard Duty continuously analyzes data from these multiple AWS sources. Guard Duty used a variety of detection techniques, such as machine learning, anomaly detection, and integrated threat intelligence to identify indicators of compromise. Findings are generated and can be used to notify security staff for further investigation. You can also use these findings to initiate automated remediation. If Guard Duty reflects any threats, you can also configure AWS Lambda functions to take remediation steps automatically in response to the findings. Information is sent to the Guard Duty console and Amazon CloudWatch events. You can review them from the AWS Management Console. The detections, rule sets, and threat intelligences are created, maintained, and updated by AWS Security, so you don't have to write rules or detection logic. Some other benefits of Guard Duty. Amazon Guard Duty is a managed service with a one-click setup for a single account. Just a few additional clicks, Guard Duty can be enabled for multiple accounts through the AWS organization integration. Once enabled, Guard Duty immediately starts analyzing account and network activity. There are no additional sensors, network appliances, or software to deploy or manage. Threat intelligence is pre-integrated into the service and is continuously updated and maintained. Thank you. Any questions?